So this is Star, a lovely horse. I know I say that about all these horses, but she is genuinely a nice horse. She's one of them that took quite a while. She was very, very bad in traffic. She's a genuine member of the family. The man was there minutes after she was born. And they literally loved the mare. Mum and Dad and the lad, you know. So it was time it took to get her right and find her own confidence. It was like a long, long time. And in fact, she come all the way down from Scotland. And she went back home for a couple of 3 months, and he sent her down again because she wanted us particularly to break the horse. I'm not claiming anything there when I say, you know, that he wanted us to break the horse. We're the only people who could do it. I'm not saying that at all. But you'd have to have a great deal of patience and a lot of understanding with her. Because underneath, she's perfect. But first of all, in traffic, she was really bad. But she was genuinely frightened. Even when I put her up against Cloud, for instance, she found it hard to cope with. I was concerned about her losing weight, you know, with being uptight. And gradually she come round, but she took, you know, much longer than the normal period of time. Normally when horse comes in and in 6 weeks, you know, from horse that will tie up, you can pick his feet up, groom it, horse like that, a 3-year-old, because we don't take them until they've had their 3rd birthday. I don't mean by that January the 1st, but their actual 3rd birthday. But you can see her now as she's going down Stockbridge High Street with not a care in the world. And now you would say she's bomb-proof from horse that took so long to get there. Now, how would we know? How, you know, what right have we got to judge them? We don't know in their lives what's happened, although the man's owned it all that time. You don't know, you know, something could happen when no one's around. One thing, for instance, I could think of, there was horse grazing in the field. It was 2.5 years old at the time, and a lorry went past, and there was an enormous puddle just the other side of the hedge. And of course, he's had to come, he was travelling at a reasonable speed, but a car come round the corner apparently, and the shower of water come right over the horse into the field, you know, massively high, 15 foot in the air, as the lorry went through. So the man witnessed this, he saw it happen, he understood it was nobody's fault, it's just one of them things. Never took any notice. Thereafter, that wouldn't have anything to do at all with traffic. So I'm just using that to illustrate what can be. There's always a reason for their behaviour. What we're supposed to do is have a big enough brain to, you know, find out what it is. We can't actually talk to them. Well, you can, because you can go use their body language to talk to them with the reactions you get, but you're the one that keeps asking the questions to get a reaction which will educate you into why the horse is behaving in the way it is. The people that own it are absolutely lovely, and they haven't spoiled it. But I was concerned, genuinely concerned, whether the man would be able to handle the horse, because she was dangerous. She would, like that lorry just coming up there now, she would go straight in front of it. If someone would open a car door here, get out with it, you know, getting their shopping where they're parked up, get out with their shopping bags or something like that. And she'd see them, react to that, come away from that. She'd see the lorry, then she would, you know, to get out of the way of the lorry, she'd continue straight across the front of his path. So a great deal of, how can I say, you know, guesswork, being on top of the job the whole time. But now, absolutely lovely. And you could drive her anywhere. And if you see her any time here, the reins are not tight. But I was concerned of whether the fella would handle the horse. Because a very quiet man, you know, very quiet man. A true gentleman, a lovely fella. and his dear lady wife, really nice people. And his lad's a lovely lad, a lovely little lad. So you think to yourself, now you're going to go out, the three of you, on this vehicle. You're not handing it over to a coachman, if you like, or, a good horseman. You're handing it over to someone who's pretty novice. So it's got to be right. So the extra time we spent on doing it, and the fact that the man was quite happy, he just wanted his style to be able to drive anywhere safely with his family on board. And I was seriously concerned as to whether he was up to the job. That sounds a bit, patronising, but you have got to think that, because he's got to step into where I leave off. So obviously he come down and drove the horse. Well, I have to say this to you. I was totally amazed. The horse fell into his hands obviously we got up to this standard. This is part of her training, latter part of her training. So we got her to the standard. But you've got to keep her there. And this is the thing, the horse has got to have confidence in you, but more important, it's got to have confidence in itself. Confidence, yes, I can do this. And we've managed to do that. But also, that is backed up by, if she's got her asked a question, by that I mean the way her ears move, she asked a question, is this all right, Dad? Look, have you seen these lights are changed now? Can I get round here in time before they change? Oh, yeah, okay, all right, like that. So she's asked me them questions. So a secondary thing is to come to me and ask me, is this okay? Have you seen this? Is this okay? Can we get round here? Whatever it might be. When the fella come down and we settled the vehicle up, we went through the harness with him, etc. And he got up and drove it. That horse is driving well there, or by anybody's standards. I think you'd have to accept the fact that that's in heavy traffic down in the town, and he's driving extremely well. When he got on the reins, the horse drove better. Now, obviously, they had a massive bond. So, makes you think. You try and learn by these things. And it made me think, I wonder, had the man, lived nearby and come to see the horse, would the horse have been much better? Was it missing its family? Because it's the same with all the family. Was it missing that? I don't know. But I can honestly say I was totally shocked. The man sat up there, a novice driver. He talked to her and she went off equally as good, and I would say better than I was driving her. I mean, she's content and happy there. You can see, anyone that understands horse at all, you can see that she's happy. She's not under any stress. Tail's got a nice bit of movement in it. Her ears are lovely and soft. There's no uptightness in any way at all. And it's not concerned about the traffic around it or anything going on. But we've all got to, I have anyway, definitely got to learn from these things. And I was shocked to see this man get up and drive this horse. And I'm sitting by the side of him, obviously there to, if something doesn't go as it should do, that can take the reins and, take charge. Never needed it. The horse was completely content with the man behind. And that, I thought that was just what a beautiful relationship. And that now I think that could have pointed to being a little uptight, a little bit, where's my dad? Where's my family? Because horse, you can't explain to horses coming down here for a period of time. You can't explain that to horse, can you? All we can do is get them as content as we possibly can, as soon as they arrive. Some of them don't want a lot of attention. Some want a lot of attention. Some, every time you go past, just a little touch or a soft word, and they feel at home and you find they're eating and settling down and everything's fine. But she settled down okay. There wasn't any indication there. Because we've had it before where you go, no, we can't do this horse because it's not going to be fair to him. We need to to think again, we need to do this horse in a different way, then put it that. But absolutely blew me away. I think that's a modern thing people say. But it surprised me. I just sat there, I couldn't believe it. And I sat there totally relaxed and happy. I was just having a conversation with a man as we was going along. And I felt that he could take the horse and drive it anywhere. And he made a beautiful job of it. They just fell together, worked together, and they were happy, which is obviously, the most important thing. And what we're all trying to get with our horse is a relationship, isn't it? It's something where, everything is good. You're as one, it's very hard to say. If you see, just briefly, if you see Katie, who does the riding for us, or Reed, they sit on a horse and look part of it. Well, that's what we're trying to do, we're aiming to do with driving as well. But the reason I mention that, because when you're sat on a horse, you can pat it up the neck, you can feel your body, you're very close. You're much further away, obviously, and you've got, only contact you've got is your voice and your reins. I suppose we use a bumping stick, but we called it a whip, So I would just say, an eye-opener, a lesson, certainly for me, and just a lovely, lovely horse. And they're doing well and everything's good. So, really pleasing, but learned a lot from this one.